Let's make some birria tacos. Here's some of the ingredients we'll be using. As always, ingredients will be listed in the description of the video. To get started, I'm just gonna cut and slice a white onion. And of course, we're gonna remove all the skin first and dice everything up. Next, I'm gonna take some guajillo peppers that are dried. Just gonna cut the stems off and we're gonna remove the seeds from that. And then we're gonna end up boiling these to put some moisture back in our guajillo peppers. Now, people use different type of pepper with this, and there are some people that also use tomatoes as well. Whatever you do when you cook, make things your own. Do it to your taste. Now I'm just gonna add my onions that I've quartered into some oil, and we're just gonna cook them just enough to get some flavor into our onions and our peppers. So all we're doing at this point is we're gonna toast them first. Now that we have everything toasted, I'm just gonna throw our guajillo peppers with our onion in a blender. I'm gonna blend everything, smooth everything out. Blend on medium to high for around 2 minutes, just to chop everything up really well. So I've got my vegetables kind of chopped up in my blender. To smooth it out, now I'm gonna add around 1 cup of beef broth. You can use water, but I like beef broth because it makes the flavor more rich and it's a better flavor to our sauce. Now for our meat, we're gonna be using a chuck roast. This has quite a bit of marbling in it. So use around a 5 or 6 pound chuck roast. I'm just gonna cut everything into quarters. And then we'll pat everything dry. That's our same pot we did our vegetables in. Now we're gonna make sure we have some more oil in there, and then we will brown our meat. Don't worry, we will go back and season it. So we're just gonna brown it on all sides for around 2 minutes over medium heat. Now that we have our meat browned, we want to slow it down, the cooking down. It's gonna cook for around 3 to 4 hours. And I'm gonna add around 2 cups of beef broth and 2 cups of water. We want this to cook down like a soup, and that's gonna get that meat nice and tender. You do not have to use the beef broth, you can use all water. But for deeper, richer flavor, use beef broth if you have it. I'm also gonna be adding a generous amount of seasonings. Now some of my seasonings I used was salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and some other different seasonings. Everything will be in the description of my video. And so I'm also gonna add my sauce. We will strain the sauce out just to make it a little thinner and easier to work with. You do not have to strain it. You can put the sauce in there as is, but I just wanted everything to be a little thinner. So as you can see, it's starting to boil. We're just gonna put the lid on there and just let it cook. Now that it's done cooking, we're just gonna shred it with forks, or you can use your hands. And shred it as best you can and remove the fat as well. Now, after I shred my meat, I'll put it back into our sauce or our consomme, and that's going to keep everything nice and moist, and it keeps the flavor in there as well. So next, I'm just going to take some yellow corn tortillas, and make sure your tortillas are already soft, and put them in the microwave and steam them in paper towels for around 30 seconds to make them pliable where you can work with them. So I'll take my corn tortillas and you dip them in the sauce, and then you put your shredded beef on there and your toppings that you want. It can be cheese or pico de gallo or anything you want to use. So for mine, I'm just going to be using shredded beef, cheese, and I'm also going to throw some cilantro as well as some chopped onion in here as well. Then everything's going to cook for around 30 seconds. So it doesn't take long to assemble them once everything is ready. And there you have it, shredded beef birria tacos for you and your family to enjoy. These don't have to be intimidating at all. And in my consomme, I also added cilantro and onion just to make everything nice for presentation. Serve with a side of lime wedges to squeeze the lime over your tacos. I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment. We'll see you on the next video.